And we are live, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and wait for a couple of more people to get in the stream, and we'll start this off. Hey, Richo. Oh wow, we got like quite a bit of people that jumped into the stream as it just started. What's up, everybody? Just gonna wait for a little bit more people, and then we'll go ahead and start this stream off. This is part 2, so if you're interested in watching part 1 of the Sonic Mania stream, then I will go ahead and I will give a link in the description. How's it going? What's up, everybody? It's going great. We're doing a late night stream here today, so it'll probably be about an hour, maybe an hour and a half when I do this stream, but I'm basically doing Tails' mode, because, yeah, as you can see, yeah, I decided to do Sonic just off of on my own time, because, yeah, this game has replayability. I've beaten it one time, and then I did this part for the stream. I made it to this part, which is the exact same part, because I made them both at Hydro City, and then I decided to stop. I played this one just out of my own spare time. And this one is for, obviously, the stream that we're doing today. So, yeah. And then I'm probably going to end up doing Knuckles at some point. Because, you know, I just want to have them all done. Yeah, this game has tons of replayability. There's tons of reasons to replay this game. You know, time, trials, getting the other Chaos Emeralds, even though I stated in a tweet that I was probably never going to do it again. But as I've played the game, I've realized getting the Chaos Emeralds is a lot easier now once you start to really utilize the jump and changing directions of it all. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start where we last left off. So, yeah, we're in Hydro City. Some people call it Hydrocity. And we are starting exactly right at the start of the level. And Tails can swim. That's a cool part about him. The abbreviation spells out HZ, yep. Yeah, some people call it Hydro City, because some people call it Hydrocity. Then we got those things from Labyrinth Zone and Sonic 1. Hated those. I'm not really a big fan of Sonic 1, to be perfectly honest. And I know a lot of people are going to say back, how dare you, Sonic 1 was the first Sonic game, it's iconic. I'm just like, yeah, but Sonic 1 has like a crap ton of problems. Yeah, Sonic 1, when a lot of people say they like Sonic 1, they don't like Sonic 1, they like Green Hill Zone. And see, and there's a difference, because in Sonic 1, Green Hill Zone is fun, but everything else in Sonic 1 is very irritating. And Starlight Zone's pretty good too. But when most people say they like Sonic 1, they're not saying they like Sonic 1. Where am I going? That was weird. Oh my, okay. So if you don't act fast on that, you will end up getting hit. You will end up missing that power-up that I was trying to get. But yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Sonic 1, to be perfectly honest. I like Green Hill Zone in Sonic 1. I like Starlight Zone in Sonic 1, but I don't like Sonic 1. I actually, unironically, like Marble Zone. No, I hate Marble Zone. Marble Zone's horrible. Uh-oh. Yeah, Marble Zone is a Mario. It's like, Marble Zone is basically, hey, what'll happen if Sonic was a Mario game? But I can't even say that, because I'd be insulting Mario. There's a lot of problems in Sonic 1. Oh, I'm supposed to be in the bubble, I guess. Yeah, there we go. I'm supposed to be in the bubble. The bubble, I want to say the bubble is from the Sonic Pinball game, Sonic Spinball. At least I think it is. You might have to check me on that one. You don't fully understand the hate for it. Sonic 1 lies to you. Sonic 1 starts you off with Green Hill Zone, which is a really fast and fun platforming level. And then after that, you have to do Marble Zone, which everything's all slow and unfun. And then right after that, you end up doing Spring Yard Zone, which is okay. It's a little bit faster, but then it still has its problems. And then right after Spring Yard Zone, you have to go and do freaking Labyrinth Zone, which is just all around horrible. It's just a bad time. And then after Labyrinth Zone, what's cooking? That's my Hydro City mixtape. Yeah, and then after Labyrinth Zone, if you make it through Labyrinth Zone, because Labyrinth Zone is irritating. I hate that level. I've died the most at that one. And then once you finally make it past that, you may be able to do Starlight Zone. And then once you do Starlight Zone, crap. Then you got to do Scrap Brain Zone, and Scrap Brain Zone is all the irritating. Crap. Okay, you know what? I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, there. The thread is gone. Now we can actually do this. Hydro City is my favorite zone of all time. I love it. It's yeah, it is a fun zone. I like Hydro City too. Some people call it Hydrocity. Oh no! Are you kidding me? You know what? I'm just gonna swim the way up. I believe in Tails' ability to dog paddle up to victory. Yes, he made it. That's the good part about Tails. He can swim. I think Knuckles can do the same. I think Sonic's the only one with that crutch, and that's supposed to be like his weakness. He can't swim. Which to that I say, okay, fine. They gave him a weakness, I guess, to make him more relatable. I guess. The person who made Sonic, I think, made the mistake of thinking the hedgehogs couldn't swim, which they can. They're not excellent swimmers, but they can swim. Oh no! I think that button's just there so if you run out of your bubble form, you can still bubble on. There's the boss. Or should I say, there's the player, because in this boss fight, I thought it was really unique. You are the boss. I think that's really interesting. It's a nice concept. I think it's an interesting concept. Yeah, this is such an interesting concept to me. It's like, you are the boss. How cool is that? Uh-oh. Good question. No, I have not seen Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale. I do plan on watching it at some point. Because I have a weird love-hate relationship with Sword Art Online. Hey, I'm the boss! Diver Robotic is a losing boss concept role reversal. Yep, I'm the boss. But yeah, you gotta make sure you don't pull up those bombs, because if you do, you'll hurt yourself. But this boss is pathetically easy. Yeah. I'm trying to think, why would Eggman leave this machine behind? Like, I do like the fact that it's a unique boss battle in the sense that you are the boss, which is very fun. Sonic Mania, I gotta say, has the most fun and unique concepts for bosses. But I gotta ask, why is this a thing? Like, why are you controlling the boss, the mech? Like, why did Eggman just leave his mech lying around? Or yeah, I have so many questions about that. Okay, we were having a slight difficulty there, but it has been fixed. What do you think about the soundtrack of Mania? I think it's ironic that that question was just asked right now, because I love the soundtrack of Mania. Like, I absolutely love it. T-Loops did his thing, and he killed it. But then, like, this level right here that we're at right now, Act 2, I was so excited. I was like, ooh, what's Act 2 gonna sound like of Hydro City? And then I hear it, and I'm like, other than the obvious instrumental changes that have been done to each of the themes to make them sound more, to make them sound less 32-bit, the Hydro City's Act 2 theme sounds exactly like it did in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like, I don't hear a remixed difference for real at all. Like, it sounds the exact same. Like, the concept's still the same. And I gotta ask myself, why? Oh, okay, I do like the concept that Sonic made it there before Eggman can actually do the boss. I'm not spoiling it. Yeah, like, I have a love-hate relationship with Sword Art Online. And I know it's like, it's almost like I love to see how ridiculously bad it is. And not in the sense that it's just Sword Art Online is bad. It's just, Sword Art Online to me, I find it funny, and I did tackle this in my top 5 overpowered characters. But I find it so funny how Sword Art Online, to me, in most regards, feels like a fan fiction. Because you got this guy, Kirito, didn't need to touch up too much, it was close to perfect. Okay, I can get it, the Act 2 song of Hydro City is good, but it still would have been nice to like hear a little touch-up remix, because I like Flying Batteries on the original version, but I also like the remixed version too. But I guess the idea was that it was so good it didn't need to. I have watched Seven Deadly Sins. Like, I'm starting to get into it, and I watched 3 episodes so far, and I gotta say, I like it. I think it's a pretty unique anime. I like the concept. But back to Sword Art Online, since I was talking about it before. Sword Art Online, to me, feels like a fan fiction. It's like, oh, you got this guy, Kirito, and he's the best at every video game, and all the chicks love him, and it's just like, really? Yes, I do watch the abridged version of Sword Art Online. It's in fact one of the things that actually inspired me to do the overpowered character thing, because I saw how everybody was tripping off of Kirito and how powerful he was. Level-wise, he was just like way stronger than everybody else on a ridiculous level. And that was when I was like, yeah, I gotta mention that for some reason Kirito is just an overpowered ass dude. And I find it so funny how Kirito is just ridiculously overpowered. And it says that, oh, he's great at all the video games, and he's got all these girls who love him and everything else. It's just like, it got a little ridiculous to me. It was like, okay, we get it, Kirito's the shit. So, Sword Art Online is one of those things I like to look at, just to look at how ridiculous it's gotten. I don't get the point of the swirling thing. Like, what was swirling me around going to do? I don't get the point. What? Is it just supposed to throw Tails off his game for a second? Like, I don't get it. I don't want to. Yeah, that would have been dumb if I had died right when the boss got defeated, all because. If I had died right when the boss got defeated, all because I ran out of air. That would have been dumb. Kirito is the Deus Ex Machina character. Yeah, like first of all, Kirito, he's got good grades. Oh yeah, Mirage Saloon, hell yeah. Poor Knuckles. Yeah, he got good grades even after missing an entire year of school. It started really good. I'm gonna slightly disagree on that one because when it started off, Kirito started off as this like dick, and then suddenly they made him have a really big character change in like the 3rd episode. It's like, really? It's like, oh, I'm a cheater and I'm a beta tester. I'm a beater. No one can touch me. And then all of a sudden, things start making this weird change and you start feeling compassion for other characters. But the dude was already like on top of his game, and I feel like for a character that's that powerful, yeah, for a character that's as powerful as Kirito is, it felt to me like there was a lot more he could have done. For someone that's that powerful. Just because it was like, oh, this whole deal was, oh, I'm this super powerful character. First of all, that doesn't even give me I got blindsided. Yeah, I really don't like levels like this where you're on the tornado, because then, yeah, like, plane controls are wacky. And this was the case even in Sonic, I want to say Sonic 2 did this, with the sky-based nonsense. But yeah, it's just like, woo. It's like Kirito comes off as this really powerful character, so I don't even have anybody to really root for here, because the character I'm supposed to be rooting for is so strong, he's got no real challenges ahead of him. And then, in the real world, he's perfect at school, he can fight full-grown adults, his own cousin has a crush on him, plus like a bunch of other girls. He's married to one girl at a very young age. He's gonna be a game maker himself, so apparently he's just really good at school. It's like, really? Are you serious? Fairy Tail. Yeah, I watched a bit of Fairy Tail. I need to catch up. Thankfully, I think Fairy Tail and manga-wise has come to an end, and I think that's good because that means the anime is going to come to an end too. Which means I can actually watch. I can watch Fairy Tail without. God damn it! I think they put that there specifically so you can lose the shield as soon as you get it. So yeah, I watched a little bit of Fairy Tail. I didn't make it that far though. I want to say I made it to that part where they have to team up with the other guilds. They have to team up with the other guilds in order to fight like this one challenge. It's supposed to be like this alliance thing going on or something. It's okay. I do enjoy Fairy Tail. The overachiever, the underdog. I like characters that start off weak but have something that makes them stand out so that later on in the future they can get better. If a character starts off so powerful to the point where practically nobody can touch them, that makes them a little unrelatable in terms of the plot, because it's like the whole point is to for a second I thought I was using Sonic and I could like double jump that. But the whole point of a character being the way that they are is that they're supposed to get better and learn and progress in the story. Oh, fun fact, Sonic is wearing goggles from his beta version of Sonic 1, where he's supposed to have a goggle power-up. Anyway, yeah, the entire point of a character gaining development is supposed to be like the character is supposed to get stronger progressively throughout the series. Yeah, like Naruto starting off at the bottom and then him becoming like this ninja with all these friends. And not even just in the sense that the character's weak. Because just having a character weak doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get good progression. For example, Goku's pretty powerful. Would you play Kingdom Hearts 3 when it comes to... I love Kingdom Hearts 3. Anyway, but what I was saying before, Goku is pretty powerful at the start of Dragon Ball. Like, he's stronger than the average human. And he's stronger than a majority of the characters that come at him. Like, he's stronger than Pilaf. He's on the same level that Yamcha is, at least when he was hungry. And when he ate, he was able to fight off Yamcha in a fair fight. He started off slightly weaker than Krillin, but then eventually got stronger. But he's stronger than majority of the characters that were there, except for like Master Roshi at the time. And for the most part, yeah, so he's pretty good for the most part. In fact, Goku's one of the strongest characters that starts off in Dragon Ball, like I said. But Goku started off as a character that was completely unsocial. He didn't have any friends or family. And then by the time the end of Dragon Ball Z comes around, he ends up with all these family and friends. He's got Gohan, Goten, Chi-Chi. So he's got Videl, Hercule. So he's got a family. The polar bear. He's from Sonic the Fighters, I believe. If I'm making the correct reference. I love this song, by the way. Mirage Saloon was one of the other reasons that made me super hyped for Sonic Mania. It's a joy. Especially when T-Loops made a remix of it. Yes, he made a remix of his own goddamn... Chosen One characters. Oh my goodness. Actually, I want to get back on that Goku thing. So, Goku started off completely unsocial. You know, he was touching women and men in the private parts just to see if they were women or men. And yeah, he was oblivious to society. And then he started off like that, and then he ended with being this character social, and he ended up befriending even his enemies, like his worst enemies. And that's what progression is a character getting better as time goes by. Going back on that Sword Art Online thing, Kirito never started off as a character that didn't have anything. Kirito started off as a character that basically had everything. This kid was fortunate enough to be a beta tester for a game that came out, so he already had a head start with everybody else in terms of playing the game. And then, not only that, he's still allowed to overpower basically everybody. And the one character that finally gets the better of him, the one character that finally is able to actually beat him in a battle, the only reason he was able to do that was because he was the creator of the game and he was cheating. And it's just like, are you serious? Like, are you dead serious right now? And Chosen One characters, I really don't know what to say about Chosen One characters. Just like, oh, this character was chosen by fate or destiny. If it's implemented correctly, then I'll accept it. Like, if it's, there was some events leading up to that, then yeah, it makes sense. But if it's just, this character's the Chosen One because they're the Chosen One, then it's like, oh, okay, I get it. This boss is easy. It's just interesting. Yeah, this boss is really easy, but it is interesting to see all the cameo appearances from Sonic the Fighter characters and Sonic Triple Threat and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting concept. Feel bad for Ace of World. I never watched Ace of World. I've heard of Ace of World. Yeah, I never watched Ace of World. One thing I noticed about Sonic Mania is very forgiving when it comes to rings. Chosen One character. I wouldn't even consider Ash a Chosen One character. See, the problem with Ash, when it came to Chosen One status, in Pokemon Movie 2000, there's a big misconception between America and Japan in terms of the term Chosen One. They say the world shall turn to ash, and they were referring to destruction. Where the whole point of Pokemon Movie 2000, at least in Japan, was supposed to be that one person can make a difference. That person just happened to be Ash. Where in Pokemon Movie 2000 in America, they're specifically stating that Ash is the chosen one. Like, it's targeting Ash. Yes, I love that joke. Right now he feels like the frozen one. Woo, fire. But yeah, so the entire movie basically brings Ash off to be this like super important character, when in reality anybody could have done what Ash did if they had been in the right place at the right time. It's just Ash happened to be the one that was right there. Like that was the message Japan, or at least the Japan version of the movie, was trying to give, was that anybody can make a difference. One person can make all of the difference. Where in America, it's Ash is the holy child. He's the one that's supposed to bring peace to the world, and it's just like that's not really the message they were supposed to be sending. But fine, we'll roll with it since he's the main character. Which, that doesn't bother me that much, that they did that. Like, it didn't ruin the show for me. I just thought it was kind of interesting that they went in and decided to choose that route for the movie. Like, I find it interesting how they chose to do that instead of, Yes, I got it! Oh my goodness! I can't believe I did that, actually. Oh. Utilize those shortcuts and jumps. I cannot believe I got that. Because the third emerald was one of the emeralds I hated the most to get. I don't know. The difficulty for some of these really varies. You think, as the more you progress, the harder they get. But for some reason, the 7th emerald is really easy to get. I don't know why that's the case. I think the idea was, okay, we're gonna stop the bumpers so the player doesn't have a chance to not fall off of the stage. We can save the player from falling off the stage, and thus they can keep playing the special stage. And when they did the seventh emerald, I guess the idea was, we took all the bumpers away, so now the player has a risk of falling off the stage. But the problem is, this means I can just jump over those corners, and this no longer becomes a challenge anymore. Because then I can just shortcut those corners and just get the emerald. So yeah, now the 7th stage is pathetically easy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get all 7 emeralds. If I somehow run into the 7th emerald, like end up getting them accidentally in this playthrough, then hooray for me. But I'm not making it a mission. I really just want to play this for fun. I could care less about what the hell. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Learn something new every day. I love Oil Ocean Zone's remix. Like, both versions, Act 1 and Act 2. They're not my favorite, though. My favorite has to belong to Metallic Madness. Metallic Madness has the best remix. Because it's just a straight up, like, I love the raps. The old school raps. Like, T-Loops is a genius. I gotta say, I'm really in love with T-Loops. Like, his music, I'm really in love with T-Loops' music style. Because he's really modest. Like, the dude made... I'm trying to cheat my way up here to this. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. The dude's modest. Like, you wouldn't expect a guy who made an entire soundtrack to a very successful Sonic game to be back on YouTube doing stuff. And he's still doing stuff. Like, he did a live stream where he started making remixes of music on the, like, right then and there. And then the dude ends up playing Sonic Mania himself. Yeah, Metallic Madness, I think, has the most. I think the Sonic CD levels have the biggest remixes. And I think the reason for that is because Sonic CD has two soundtracks. It has the American soundtrack and the Japanese soundtrack. And I guess T-Loops didn't want to have to try to make a huge choice between the two, because it's clear that he's mostly doing the Japanese soundtrack when he does the remixes of these. Yeah, it's clear that he's doing the remixing the Japanese versions of these soundtracks. But what he does is he gave him, oh shit, whew, that was close. He gave them the most. I'm guessing he gave Sonic CD. Wow, that was easy. I'm guessing he gave Sonic CD the most remixes to the soundtracks because I can't do this for long or else I'll choke on the poison gas that's back here. You lose rings slowly on the poison gas. I've never died to it because I always pull the switch right on time. But yeah, this level's kind of irritating too. Although I do like the background. But yeah, he gave most of the remix, like, out of all the soundtracks that of old levels that already exist, I gotta say, the two Sonic CD levels, Stardust Speedway and Metallic Madness, have the most change. And I'm guessing the reason for that is like I said, there was two soundtracks involved. And I think he wanted to go ahead and utilize the most out of that. Plus, Sonic CD is sort of the black sheep of Sonic games for some reason. Like, it's not counted as one of the 3 classic Sonic games, which is weird because to me, Sonic CD is the most fun of the classic era Sonic games. Like, I love Sonic CD. For me, it goes Sonic CD, Sonic 2, Sonic 3K, and then Sonic 1. Is the World Waterfall? Yeah, Sandopolis. Yeah, plus this thing is from Sandopolis, the pulling the lever down thing, because it used to make the lights come on and the ghosts would go away. Toon Disney should come back. I didn't know Toon Disney left, but then again, I stopped watching stuff. I would stop watching like Toon Disney stuff a while ago. Hey, KG, he's on the stream. What's up, KG? This level is best level. I like everything that happens in this level. I wouldn't say it's the best. I do love the idea that I can burn the oil though. That's freaking cool. Best level. I've heard that theory that Sonic Mania is a prequel to Sonic Forces. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like the idea of just like classic Sonic being. Crap! I overshot that jump. I like the idea that classic Sonic is in his own. He said I lied. Is the worst level. Yeah, I'm running out of rings, and I'm doing the very thing that I said I never did. Okay, so you don't die if you run out of it. You're just out of rings for a while, which I gotta be careful now, because I could die. Like that! I can't remember what the boss of this level was at all, unfortunately. Oh, I know what the boss is. It's a very cheap boss. But, yeah, that boss actually took me a while, but I know how to beat it. It's irritating, but I know how to beat it. Causing fire to everything. Pop. No. Damn it. Oh, no. Yeah, you can get crushed if you wait for that thing long enough. You don't want to get crushed. I should be utilizing Tails' flight abilities more. I need to start doing that. Like I said, I'm so used to playing this as just Sonic. I don't even consider using... I don't even consider using Tails a lot. This game is awesome. Somebody asked me what I thought about Sonic Forces earlier in the stream. I've said it before. I think the last time I did a stream of Sonic Mania. I like Sonic Mania because it doesn't try to be anything it's not. It's just a fun Sonic game. It's straightforward with me. Yeah, like I can relate to it. It's good. And I'm not just sitting here saying, oh, it's 3D Sonic games are bad Sonic games. It's just, with Sonic Mania, it's no BS. It's just a Sonic game. Through and through. That's what it is. Sonic Forces, I get it. But Sonic Forces is trying to be too gimmicky, and that's one of Sonic's biggest problems, is that they try to experiment too much. Or at least that's what 3D Sonic's biggest problem is that they try to experiment too much rather than just be a game. Like I believe that there could be gimmicks in games that make games unique, and it can be done right. Like, for example, Sonic Colors did a really great job with this. Sonic Colors, his whole gimmick was that you could use Wisp powers. But the Wisp powers weren't forced. Like, Sonic didn't need them to pass the level. Well, there was some he kind of needed, but those were for, like, small acts. But Sonic didn't need the Wisp in order to pass the level. The Wisp were optional. Oh, snaps, I hate this boss. I hate this boss so much. I hate this boss. 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 Okay. So, yeah, I gotta dodge this. Yeah, it's like the Wisps weren't necessary to completing the game, but they were nice. Ah, good. I was afraid of that. God damn it. I was afraid of that part. Ah, damn it, yeah. It's hard to do this as Tails. Really hard to do this as Tails. And I'm gonna lose now. Because I have no rings and I don't trust myself to not get hurt. Okay, that's one out. Yeah, and then that happens. Like, it's those two things. The goal is to destroy those two things up there first, and then you can just wail at the boss as much as you want. You still didn't get all the emeralds. I don't want to get all the emeralds. 5Ds was a good series. Oh, watch 5Ds. Watch Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds in Japanese. Don't watch it in America. Like, America's version of it was okay. But if you really want to get the most out of it, watch the Japanese version. You know, you have to get all the emeralds. I don't have to do anything, KG. Ah, come on, really? Yeah, I'm gonna die. I have no rings. For 100%. I can do that on my own spare time. For the sake of me beating just beating the game for the stream, I can beat it, because there's only a small difference. Yeah, I'm gonna get hit. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be an actual problem. Okay, so I really don't want to get a game over in this boss fight. Because there's only one difference, and that's like you fight one more boss, and then even the ending is kind of like whatever. Not me for that. Come on. This is much easier to do with Sonic because he's more straightforward with his jumps. Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna die. Yeah. Ah, censor guys. Yu-Gi-Oh had a problem with censoring, yeah, like especially in the English dub. But the Japanese soundtrack for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is the reason I'm in love with it. Okay, so the boss is right here. You can get some easy pop shots in right there if you do that. At least that's what I do. I like doing that, because then I can get some easy pop shots. Yeah, the idea is that you're supposed to do that. I don't want to be a bad influence on people. Yeah, I don't want to be a bad influence on people. That's horrible. I don't want to be known as the guy who's the bad influence on people. I could luck out here and actually win, but the problem is I don't trust myself to not get hit by this thing or the stupid little tiny yellow bombs that come out. These, yeah, that. Yes, I won. I did it. I beat the boss. Ah, yes. Normally that takes me a lot of time. Like sometimes that boss can last me a long time. I end up getting a game over and then I have to do both acts all over again. It's irritating. But thankfully on the stream I'm doing pretty well and I'm quite proud of myself. Like the stream's making me look more competent of a game player than I am normally, which is weird because normally it's supposed to be a reverse. But yeah, we have Lava Reef Zone. And you know what? I gotta say, Kaiba with green hair though. I think that was in the manga if I'm not mistaken, and in Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. I gotta say, I think it's really interesting that they put this level in the game. Like, out of all the levels they could have picked from Sonic 3, why'd they pick Lava Reef Zone? Like, what possessed them to pick this level? Like, Lava Reef Zone isn't exactly memorable. I mean, I guess it's kind of memorable. It's the level that shows up before Knuckles realizes that Eggman's a douche. So it's before Sky Sanctuary Zone. But other than that, Lava Reef Zone was not one of those levels that you would stop and think, oh, they should put this back in a Sonic game or something. I don't know, like it never really came up in my head as, oh, we should put this in a Sonic game. The chat has gotten really Yu-Gi-Oh! Heavy as of late. As in the chat. Like, we're playing Sonic and it's gotten Yu-Gi-Oh! Heavy, but whatever. Honestly, like I said, a Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is my favorite series. And we're making Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged references by Little Kuribo. I've been able to keep up. I do like the filler saga that they're doing right now. Like that's fairly enjoyable. Whoa! Damn. Okay. It's good to see too that Little Kuribo hasn't lost a lot of his luster as he's been doing the Abridged series. Like, yeah, that's a problem. Like, a lot of Abridgers have sort of lost their way, but Team 4-Star and Little Kuribo are like the few Abridgers that keep going with what they're doing, and they're doing it at a consistently good rate. No, I haven't watched Brains. I've been told I need to watch it because it's really good. But then again, I was told the same thing about Arc V. And I'm not saying Arc V was bad. I'm just saying my iHead was incompetent. I never got into it. And yeah, I was going to get crushed. There was nothing I could do about that. I would say I should be at the checkpoint, yes. I had the exact checkpoint. It's like they knew you were going to die here, actually. Favorite season of Pokemon, Tyrone, everyone in the chat too. Favorite season of Pokemon? That's a tough one. That's a real tough one when you consider it's a series that's been going for 20 years. How do you pick one season out of that 20 years? And also, best could be in preference to what? Like, most the most funny. Like, you'd have to split it up into like an Oscars deal. Like, this season was the most funny. This season was the most action-packed. This season was the most emotional. I don't know. But I guess if you were to lump all of that into one category, that's a really interesting concept. I don't know. I like Pokemon X, Y, and Z, and I only like that because there was a lot of things to handle with Ash as a character. For example, he's been through depression before in other series, like in the Battle Frontier where he lost a couple of times. But I gotta say, there was a lot going on. You know, when Ash got cocky with Greninja, when they started mastering the Ash Greninja form, and then suddenly Greninja lost the ability to do it for a while. Well, he didn't lose the ability to do it for a while. What happened was that it didn't work, and they actually got their butts kicked by Sawyer or Shota, whatever you want to call him. And Shota was a rival that Ash and Greninja have beaten on constant occasions. So I thought it was really interesting to see Ash lose to Shota that one time. And that was just like, then afterwards he ended up losing to Wolfric, the gym leader, who Shota ended up beating. So it was a sign that Ash was getting worse as a trainer, the cockier he was getting. And that affected his skills. Then he got depressed. And then he finally, like, once he finally grew his bond with Greninja a little bit more, they finally got their shit together and they were able to beat Wolfric and pretty much crush most of the Pokemon League. And then to top all of that off, well, I said most of the Pokemon League, unfortunately, was Ash losing. That was stupid. Because the show was building up to him winning. Like, a lot of seasons of Pokemon builds up to Ash winning. Oh yeah, this boss fight. This boss fight's weird. But yeah, a lot of this was building up to Ash, a lot of things was building up to Ash winning. I won. That boss fight is pathetic. A lot of things in X, Y, and Z built up to Ash winning. Because they took a lot of steps, but then again, a lot of Pokemon seasons are built up to Ash winning. Like, because he's the main character, and obviously the main character is supposed to win at the end, although the idea of Ash losing is supposed to be, hey, it's okay to lose sometimes. That's the lesson I'm guessing it's supposed to teach. Which, they taught that lesson like 5 times already, 6 times. So it gets a little irritating to see that lesson be taught again and again and again and again. But this was the one saga I felt like Ash deserved to like just fully win it. Because he was fairly competent in this saga. And then the saga itself just go ahead and it's like, nope, Alon is going to suddenly win this one. But another thing that did make it good was the final battle against the evil team. Like, I gotta say, this was the best evil team competition I've ever seen. We got to get all the gym leaders working together. We got Ash, Greninja, and Mega Charizard X flying through the air and fighting this corrupt Zygarde. And it was cool. It was just really cool. It was a fun battle. Like, it was just entertaining. And Now, we can't confirm or not if Sun and Moon may not have a league. I mean, Sun and Moon may actually have a Pokemon league, just considering the fact that, oh crap. Why can't Tails just fly the rest of the way up? I don't understand. I want this Fenneday. The Pokemon wasn't even injured. But yeah, like making Ash lose this many times. And some people have been like, well, he is getting better. And he is getting better. I think, yeah, because second place is the highest place he's ever gotten. Oh yeah, I can get crushed here. Knowing this game, Lou will not hesitate to crush me. Okay. Yeah, I obviously I should have watched that. But yeah, I like X, Y, and Z. But yeah, somebody mentioned it in the comment section. One of the downsides of X, Y, and Z was its filler. It's just like when Pokemon X, Y, and Z does action-packed episodes or good battles, their battles are good. Like they're memorable. They're the best battles in Pokemon history. Even better than Sun and Moon's, and Sun and Moon is the newer series. But when it's just fillers weren't good. That was the problem. Fillers just weren't entertaining. There were many a times where I just didn't want to watch that episode, period, but had to because, you know, I was doing reviews on it. I want to see if there's anything up here. Okay, yeah, I was right. Goodies. Goodies! I got rings. Oh, God. I forget about that. But, yeah, so that was the one downside. And every saga's gonna have its downside. There's no such thing as a perfect saga of Pokemon. I don't know what I'm accomplishing up here. Tails is gonna get tired. If Ash had won the league, I would be okayish with him in the low. I mean, yeah, because at least he would have, like, no, just winning the league doesn't mean you're the master. It means that you won the league. Like, good job. There's tons of people who win. Like, it's just like saying winning VGCs means that you don't have to do anything anymore because you're the champion of the world. It's like, no, a champion isn't champion forever. He can still enter tournaments and keep his title or try to club. Or just because you're a champion of that region doesn't mean anything. It's just like, oh, Ash is the champion of the Kalos region, but there's still other regions. That's like saying, oh, he's a national champion, but he's not a statewide champion. I mean, like, he's a statewide champion, but he's not the national champion. Like, there's plenty of tournaments that do things like that. It's like, oh, they're the champion in their city. Like, they're the city-wide champ, but they're not the nationwide champ. So Ash still could have done other stuff. So making him champion of one region wouldn't have ruined Pokemon. If anything, it would have increased it, because then, like, they could have went on continuity and been like, oh, this is Ash. He's most noticeable for being the champion of the Kalos region or something. It would give him, respect. Him not getting a rematch with Alon, nah. If anything, I would want him to get a rematch with Kotetsu before anybody else. Because Kotetsu did not deserve that win. That was stupid. That entire moment was stupid. Everything about that was stupid. Oh yeah, this boss fight. I forgot about this boss fight. Boss fight's weird. Unova League would work for you. I think one of the problems with the Unova region was the Unova League, I'm sorry. I think one of the problems with the Unova League was the fact that, yeah, that's what that is. One of the problems with the Unova League was the fact that they didn't do a good job with the rival. It's just like, you got the rival beat Ash all the way up to this point. And what do you got to show for that? You make him fight, it was like, what do you have to show for that? You make him fight his rival in a preliminary match. And a 1v1 preliminary match. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to hit this guy right now. Which is sad, because I've beaten this boss before. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. Stupid. It's like... Ash fought him in a 1v1 preliminary match and then won, and then that was the end of their rivalry. It's like, really? That's stupid. Ooh, like, it felt like they were really just trying to make up for the fact that Pikachu lost against Snivy. So they're gonna go ahead and make Pikachu fight against Serperior and beat it. And that whole time that they were fighting, I never felt like Pikachu was going to win that fight. Like, there was no part of that fight that made me think, oh, Pikachu's gonna win this. And it's like, Pikachu got like one shot in using the Iron Tail Electro Ball thing, and then won. And it's just like, what? That's bullshit. It's a good thing I keep getting this ring again, or else I would have lost this fight a long time ago. Like, if this was the old Sonic, I would have lost this fight a long time ago. Because, for some reason, Sonic... The old Sonic games are not too forgiving when it comes to you getting hurt. Once you get hurt and you lose a ring, the ring could, like, fly off into the distance and you can never get it again. I stopped watching Pokemon after Sinnoh. We got into it with Sinnoh. Yeah, I heard a lot of people stop it because of that. Which isn't necessarily like... I think Best Wishes personally got a lot going against it. Best Wishes receives a lot of flack. Best Wishes receives a lot of flack, and for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately. And it's mainly due to the fact that a couple of things happened. One, Ash got rebooted, basically, and the reason he got rebooted is because... Oh, I love Metallic Madness Act 1. I love all of Metallic Madness, actually. Metallic Madness to me is Scrap Brain Zone done right. Now it's time for the best music. You're damn straight. Okay, so first off, Best Wishes got... Uh-oh. Best Wishes, unfortunately, got a rebooted Ash because technically I think the series was supposed to be rebooted. There's a lot of signs pointing at that. So we got a raw end of the deal. I love this. Now I'm in the back of the level. I love that. I love it. I love this game. Because it's unique. But yeah, and on top of that, ooh, now I'm in the foreground of the level. And on top of that, they ended up getting a large arc that was supposed to be in there. It got cut. And it's just like, they just literally lost their evil team arc. And on top of that, it was supposed to be a reboot. So not only have they lost like they've lost a good Ash and got a rebooted version of it instead. Uh-oh. And then they lost a Team Plasma arc. And then on top of all of that, their league was terrible because Ash lost against somebody who, honestly, I feel did not deserve any part of that win. And then to top all of that off, his rivalry fight was a preliminary fight. So now the only thing that was good about the league was Ash fighting off against Keenan. or, you know, the kid that they kept mixing the name up with. And that's the only good part about the league, unfortunately. It's someone that we thought was a background character end up becoming a reoccurring rival to Ash, who ended up becoming a better rival than the actual rival that Ash ended up having to fight against. And then the Team Plasma arc ended up getting cut. So with those two things happening, oh snap, this ain't good. It's just like Best Wishes had way too much going against it, and then to top all of that off, it ended up unfortunately being stuck with the Decorla Island filler, which didn't help it at all. And then apparently in the English dub, Iris and Silent are very annoying. They're not nearly as annoying in the yeah, they're not nearly as annoying in the Japanese version. In the Japanese version, they're not bad. But apparently in the in America's version, they're really bad. I knew that was gonna happen. See, the trick, I try to stay close to the edges and then do that. That way I can just hit edges on the sides. Or I try to stay in the middle and then jump all of that. So yeah, see, now I can just jump that and then just hit it on the sides. Yeah, Silent got a really bad rap in America. Because in America, yeah, I cannot remember what. Woo! I'm trying to find out where the hell. Oh, yeah, you can die that way. I forgot. I should not have stood there in that one spot. Damn it. The boss is based on the B. On the B. Ah, shit. I didn't get any rings. I'm gonna die. This boss is based on Sonic 1's boss. Ah, damn it. I should have spin dashed away from that. That was my fault. Okay, I got this. But yeah, in America, no, damn it. I missed that. Anyway, oh, and I'm gonna get a game over if I lose here. Damn it, that's not good. I just gotta hope that I'm good now. Damn it, I gotta be good at the game now. I don't want to be good at the game. Woo! Ah, damn it. Okay. Oh, damn it. Now I gotta be good at the game. Son of a bitch. I don't want to be good at the game. God damn it. I missed. Whew. Got him. Good. Yeah, I did it. I need a complete focus. Sorry about the silence, guys. Yeah, I did it. But yeah. And then Iris, a lot of people don't like Iris. I've noticed that. I think it's because of the whole "you're such a kid" slogan, which is only existent in America. In Japan it exists, but she didn't abuse it. And I'm guessing America, when it comes to America, they like to take things to a unnecessary extreme. Like Silent was comparing a lot of things to food. Like he made a lot of food metaphors. But I watched the American version, and it's obnoxious. Okay, so I actually looked up this song because I really like it, and I actually was able to decipher some of the rap, or some of it, not most of it, but what I got from this rap, because a lot of people don't know what he's saying. And I'll wait till he gets to that part, but I think it's kind of interesting. Because I really love this remix. I think it's a really good remix. Like, all of Metallic Madness is good. I love both Act 1 and Act 2 of Metallic Madness. And this saxophone part is beautiful. Like, this is a damn masterpiece. Ooh. Swinging balls. Let's fly with the swinging balls over here. Okay. So he's saying, I still respect it because she battles more than other females. Yeah, like, he says, I'm the genius, I'm the egg with the mad genius and rad minions. What are you gonna do? I'm the Eggman with the rad genius and mad minions. What are you gonna do? I don't know what I got. My evil spreads when I hit the scene. I'm the greatest fighter you have ever seen up on the screen. I'm iconic with my robotics and animatronics. I will stop until I defeat the hedgehog they call Sonic. I'm iconic and my mustache is on fire. Welcome to this room of nightmares and wires. That's what he's saying in the rap. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm the greatest fighter you have ever seen up on the screen. I'm iconic with my robotics and animatronics. I will stop until I defeat the hedgehog called Sonic. Yeah, that's what he's saying. I think it's very interesting. I like the lyrics. They're very cool. I didn't care much for Clement and X and Y. No one cared much for Clement and X and Y because Clement and X and Y didn't do much. And then when we finally did get him to do something, it was towards his gym match. And then after his gym match, we didn't get much of anything from him. What do they expect you to do there? I do like that they did the whole you turn small, you turn large thing. That's good. That's fun. I love. I like that gimmick. When I first did that gimmick the last time, I thought it was a glitch. And then I played it again. And I was like, that was actually supposed to be legit. And I was like, wow, this is really good. Yeah. Clement's arc ended too soon. Well, he was the 5th gym leader, so I didn't expect, like, for someone who, for a gym leader, like, and I think a lot of people can agree with me on this. I think Clement is the one gym leader that could have got away with being out of order in which he was supposed to be battled in the video games. Like, if Clement had been the last gym leader instead of the 5th gym leader like in the video games, I think that would have been actually really good. Make Clement the final gym leader. Because honestly, Wolfrich's gym battle to me wasn't that iconic at all. It's just like, yeah, Ash lost it. Oh, shit. Yeah, I could get crushed. And I don't want that. It was like, yeah, Ash lost against Wolfrich, went through the depression arc, and then got better and beat Wolfrich. But I think there could have been a lot more emotion onto everything if Ash had fought against Clement, who had wound up becoming stronger, and ended up beating Luxray with Ash Greninja, thus increasing his bond and making Clement's bond with Ash stronger as well. Like, I think that would have been a nice touch to see, you know, Clement be the final gym leader rather than, you know, the 5th. Because after that, it was 3 more gyms and Clement's arc had basically ended. So there was no real reason for Clement to exist in the series anymore except to be a running gag for, oh, I made this new invention, or, oh, my sister is trying to get me hooked up with this chick. And it was very sad to see that that's what Clement's character was regressing to, because they didn't know what else to do with Clement. And I thought that, yeah, I just thought that was really bad. This Boss is so weird. Ah shit, I couldn't find myself in the mix of tiny. So they're all mini bosses from Sonic's past and capture capsules. And the goal, I guess, is to just knock all of the capture capsules out. And some of them are classic aiming. Oh wow, they want me to actually beat them? That's stupid. Yeah, because that's from these bosses that I'm fighting now are from Sonic 2. These little Eggman drill carb things. They're from Sonic 2. And then you got classic Amy, and she's supposed to be like a bomb. That was dumb. Get back here, fat man. But yeah, so Clement just got the raw end of the deal there. And it's just like, okay. Sorry about you. Okay, we're in the final level, Titanic Monarch. This level is, it's a final level, but it's not irritating. It's not like Metropolis, Metropolis Zone from Sonic 2. Like, that was irritating. And that wasn't even the final level. Technically, I think Death Egg Zone was the final level. Fun fact, technically, Eggman can outrun Super Sonic. Yeah, he can. I always find that funny. Because Eggman can't be caught, so he's technically the fastest character in this game. And I always found that funny. Whee! Don't do this level as Super Sonic. Like, the idea is, oh, he's Super Sonic, so a lot of things will be a problem. But this level is very time consuming, and Super Sonic eats up rings and everything's out here to kill you, so Sonic is like losing rings as all of this is happening. Plus, this level isn't as generous with rings as, like, say, the other levels. So you end up losing a lot of rings really fast, and you end up doing more damage to yourself. Yeah, he is too fast for his own good. There's actually a part in this level where I can't pass it as Super Sonic at all. Because what will end up happening is Super Sonic is so damn fast. Oh, snaps. What'll happen is that Super Sonic is so damn fast, and I'm in such a tight, narrow space, and the goal is to not get crushed. But I end up getting crushed because Super Sonic's way too fast in order to fit in a narrow spot without overshooting the jump. Because he's going so fast, because he's packed with all this momentum. And it's just, yeah, it's irritating. And it's actually really good that we have Tails in this level. Because Tails can just fly, so if I mess up on a jump, I don't have to worry about falling straight to the ground. Tails can just fly and correct his own mistakes. I think this level would be super hard to do as Knuckles, because, you know, Knuckles overshoots his, Knuckles' jump is harder. The problem is you can't cancel Super Form Tails and Knuckles. It really, yeah. Yeah, there should be a transformation button. Like, they should have fixed that so it could be a transformation button. That way you're not restricted to transforming with Knuckles and Tails. Because there's no way to get out of it. So if you fly with Knuckles or Tails, or glide with Knuckles or Tails, you have no choice but to deal with it. So yeah, Tails actually has a really good advantage here in this level, because he doesn't have to worry about the whole, oh, I missed my jump, so I gotta do all of this platforming over again. This level's too difficult. It's gotta be a yokai. I love that. I love that quote. I just love it, especially when we do the shit. Ooh, I almost got crushed there. I love when we do the yokai stream, the yokai watch stream. And the running joke is if anything wrong happens, it's gotta be a yokai. Oh shit. God damn it. And I just lost all my ranks. And it's not worth going back to get them. Yeah, I would say it's not worth it. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and then there was a split right there. Yep. No, oh, damn it. Oh yeah, I hate when that happens. No. Damn it, no. I'm gonna abuse Tails. And that's why Tails is great. Sonic Boom happened. It's gotta be a yokai. I love it. I'm loving this. It's gotta be yokai memes right now. Like, I really think that should be more of a meme. Like, it's gotta be a yokai thing. I feel like that we're sleeping on a potentially really great meme. Oh no, I hate when they make me go back. So the goal is to jump over this so you won't end up falling for that. God damn it. Tails has a fear of lightning. Or at least I've seen in some games they brought it up. And I guess because, like, you know, the highest thing in the air is usually the thing that gets hit with lightning. So your chances of getting hit by lightning are higher the higher up you are in the air. At least I think that's the idea behind it. I don't know where to go. Oh. No. Alright, there we go. Woo! Ash lost the lead. This has got to be a yokai. Woo! No. Oh, god damn it. I hate that Tails, like, lost so much air there. That was dumb. Yeah, screw that. I'm just gonna go ahead and fly. Yeah! And this is why we love Tails in this level. Okay. We're just gonna wait. Oh, shoot. That was close. No! No! Alright, here we go, and... I like the... Wow. This is why Tails is awesome. Woo! Almost got crushed. No. Alright. So... I like the cartoon. Yeah, I like the cartoon. The Sonic Boom cartoon is actually really good. It's got some really great writing. You can tell that the people who made it actually had legit fun writing the series. I don't know how to beat this boss well, I do know how to beat it legitimately. But the problem is, it's a big waiting game that no one should ever have to go through. Just attack them a bunch of times and then gain your rings back as you do it. Don't sit up and try to beat him legitimately and wait, because that's a problem. That's an actual problem. Which one is better, Sonic Boom or Sonic 06? I mean, well, both have their problems. But if I had to actually pick in real life, I'd say, you know what? I'd say Sonic. Oh shit, I'm out of rings. This is the problem. This is an actual problem. Yep, there it is. Oh, and game over. Damn. I would say Sonic Boom is better than Sonic 06, just for the most part that it has more glitches fixed. Yeah, there's some obvious glitches in Sonic Boom, but Sonic Boom, the glitches will happen if you forcefully make them happen. Whereas in Sonic 06, glitches happen just because. There's some where people exploit the game in order to make glitches, which obviously if you exploit something hard enough, you're gonna get glitches. But if you play a game and the glitches just happen, then that's a real life problem. At least with Sonic Boom, it was just like the game happened and glitches may or may not happen. But then again, glitches can happen in any game. I'm gonna stop for here and do Titanic Monarch some other time, since we're approaching 1 hour and 20 minutes. you know, we made it to the final level, and I can pretty much beat that level again. So the next time we stream, I am going to go ahead and beat all of it, and then maybe we'll play around in like time attack mode or something like that. And then after that, we will be basically just done with the stream. So we got done in 3 parts. And I appreciate you all coming in and watching me play Sonic Mania with Tails. It's really fun. I gotta say, it's quite the experience for me, because I stated before my last stream, I prefer Sonic when playing Mania. Like, I just like Sonic. He controls better for me. He works better for me. He benefits a lot from me. And I've never played it as Knuckles, but I already know what downsides could exist, because obviously he's got gliding, which could happen, and then he doesn't jump as high, and the poor man, I don't even think is fast as Sonic. So he's like the hard mode of the game, and maybe one day I'll play it again as Knuckles. But for now, it was interesting playing it as Tails. And yeah, unfortunately, I do have to call it a day, because I do have work. Because, yeah, I have a life, and that unfortunately is a thing. But I will stream again soon, and obviously when the stream is over, you'll be able to watch it, you know, during your time. And yeah, it's gonna be an hour and 20 minutes long, so you just enjoy me poorly playing Sonic. But with that said, I'll see you all then, everybody. It's been great. It's been fun. All of you all take care, and make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to. I'm not trying to be an advertisement whore here. I just, you know, I do want to set the channel out there. I noticed it's been stuck at the same number for a while, which I have no problem with. I just want to reach out to more people. That's the goal here, is that I want to reach out to more fans. You guys are great, and you guys really supported me throughout the years of me being a YouTuber, especially when I joined the Pokemon fan base community. So, with that said, I will see you all again, and yes, I know it's sad that I am leaving, but it's been an hour and 20 minutes, and like I said, I have a life. I gotta get some sleep. And once that's over, once I do the 3rd stream, I will complete the game. Rest assured, the game will be complete when I do the final stream of Sonic Mania. So yeah, I was able to complete this in 3 parts, which is pretty good. KG is also streaming too. He's not streaming now, but he is streaming the game too. So be on the lookout for KG's playthrough. He's playing the game as Knuckles, but he's gotten all the Chaos Emeralds, so he's Super Knuckles. So yeah, he actually might have a pretty easy time going through levels too. But with that said, I'll see you all then, everybody. Tyrone the God 3 out.